Hey guys, Adam Savage here in my cave with a tool tip about getting a handle on some of the things in your shop. Now, this is a standard pair of pliers. I like these pliers because they actually have a little bit of a spring return on them, which means just using them one-handed is a little bit easier. And pliers are, like, along with a hammer and a set of screwdrivers, really sort of almost the very first maker tool that many of us possess. And they're fabulous. They allow you to get a really good grip on stuff for working with it. They're terrific at rounding the corners of nuts so you can't remove them anymore. I joke. Look, pliers are one of the most basic maker tools that exists for a reason. They are basically, they're basic and they do a great thing. They provide this sort of mobile clamping force on multiple different sizes of things and allow you to utilize more strength than your hands possess. But what about when you have to grab things that need a longer grab? Well, that's where we get to needle nose pliers. And I'm going to talk about needle nose pliers here, but they're not the overall tool tip here, because I'm going to get to a really cool tool towards the end. This is a standard set of needle nose pliers. Again, everyone should have a set of these for extremely long grabs. There's these extended needle nose pliers, and there are lots of different makers of these, and they're generally pretty serviceable almost no matter what. For the most part, I rarely ever reach for these because this kind of long grabbing is not often the kind I need to do. I'll explain. Here's a pair of needle nose pliers you might not know about. This is a pair of jeweler's pliers. And if you notice the radii, the 6 different radii that make up the jaws of these pliers allow you to do wire bending with a lot more precision and a lot less. Notice it's smooth jaws, so it's not going to mar the wire like a pair of pliers would, and allows you to do some fairly fine work with wire. These work great with coat hanger wire, and again, not too expensive, worth having in your collection. There are other sizes of needle nose pliers. These are sort of a small size. These are long and thin, like the garfish needle nose pliers. Again, I almost never use these. Really, really, really almost never. What I end up using are things like this, Irwin's vise-grip, needle nose vice grips. These things are amazing. And by the way, I think I've done this before on one of my videos, but this sound, these pliers are often used to make sound effects of people cocking guns. And I'm here to tell you that if your gun, that sounds great in the movies, but if your gun actually sounded like that, you should not be trying to fire it. That thing will just fly apart into many pieces. These I use all the time. And these are particularly great for grabbing onto stuff and grinding it and working with it on a sander safely, because you don't want to be holding stuff with your fingertips on a sander. I've done it. You don't like sanding off. I don't like sanding off the tips of my fingers. Your results may vary. Needle nose lockjaw, needle nose vice grips are fantastic for that. But these still aren't the things that I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to talk to you about 2 pairs of extended pliers that have been unendingly useful to me over the years. The first one was introduced to me by Jamie Heineman, and it's this. This is actually a fish hook removal tool. I will find a link for these. Jamie has these in his kit, and they've been part of his kit for 30 years. And there's a reason. You get a huge, these are really cheaply made. These are stamped metal. I don't think they're very expensive at all, but they provide a really impressive amount of clamping force out at the end here. And that is really, really great. It's for removing a fish hook from a fish. So you can imagine it's about taking a small thing from an uncooperative subject and wrenching a hook out of them without harming them. So the clamping force here is fantastic. And when you need these, you will be really pleased you spent the small amount of dough to get these into your collection. Yeah, it's almost impossible for me to read this. No. I will find a link so you can find yourselves one of these. The other pair of extended grabbers that have become super important to me over the years are these. Now, I first came across a set of these in the small parts catalog, or was it Micromark? I used to get both. Both were really stunning catalogs for learning about modeling tools you didn't know about. But these, right here, let's get this close up. Look at the jaws on these. Oh, yeah. These are totally amazing. The way they work is this back handle actually levers a long dovetail. So there's this long dovetail, and these these two, the top and the bottom half, are separated. When you do this, you lever the bottom one back. And again, it means you have a huge amount, a great amount of grabbing pressure out at the end of this. For sewing, these are mind-blowing. For doing ship modeling work, like you're building a balsa wood ship, like the HMS Surprise or the Victory or something like that, these can be incredible for the rigging, getting stuff where you want it. Basically having this end like a hemostat, I think these are a surgery tool, I'm not sure, gives you a huge amount of precision with the tip, so you can really move stuff for action at a distance. We started off with your basic needle nose pliers. I find these way more useful and use them way more than needle nose pliers. Again, you should have these. Everyone should have these, and a set of these, and one of these. And I'm here to tell you that you need a fish hook remover, and you need this remote little surgeon's grabber. Both of these, honestly, I think the first time I bought one of these, it was like 30 bucks, which was a lot for me to spend on a tool. And the first time it saved my ass, I was like, that was totally worth 30 bucks. I think I had a cord that went into one of my sweatshirts, and I had no idea how to get it back out. And I threaded this in and managed to grab it and pull it back out. And I felt like a miracle worker. The little grabbers. They can save your life. Thanks for watching. That is my tool tip. And if you have some other suggestions of some great needle nose pliers that I haven't covered here, because there are a lot of them, I'd love to know about them. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay safe and see you next time.